You're not a plural. You're one person.
We're not delusional.
That's great. But, like, what's this all about?
You're destroying our democracy and our way of rule of law.
Like, yeah, I might be slightly crazy, but you're f***ed up.
Hey, Trump. Hey, still waiting for you to take up my challenge to, cage fight you. Still waiting. I've been practicing. I don't have to practice much, though. So if you don't take up my challenge pretty soon, everybody's gonna think you're a...
Sorry to break it to you, Grandma, but you're going to be waiting a long time. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. So glad you could be here today. Listen, we've got a great show planned for you. A lot of absurdities to get to. People are starting to push back on this retarded woke agenda that's been shoved down our throats for the past 10 years or so, including members of the LGB, part of the alphabet crew. That's right, those people have some critical thinking skills, and it's on display today. So let's see what the heck is going on by jumping into that liberal pool of madness right now. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
To talk destruction. We have to talk destruction. And all the shit that he is destroying. Not only our national parks with Big Ben under attack from your bulldozers. You have to put up borders. You're a sick.
What?
Lynch. That's the latest destruction. You're destroying our democracy and our way of rule of law. This is the orange nemesis.
What is going on?
No, it's the orange menace. No, it's the orange menace. He's a menaces.
A menaces?
We're stuck with this piece of shit and his Republican Party.
Ugh.
It's going to confirm Todd Blanche as our Attorney General. And if that doesn't scare you people...
Well, that will.
I have every juice in my body running.
Well, at least she's getting a good anaerobic workout. Am I wrong? But seriously, Grandma, you need to settle down. You're going to end up having a stroke or an aneurysm or something. And nobody wants that.
That's right, baby. That's right.
Yeah, you show President Trump.
For example, my pronouns are he, him. But when y'all want to say ma'am, she, it.
Who's going to say it? Really? Nobody's going to say it. Unless you're just trying to be a dick or something.
Woman.
Oh, no. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Not woman. Not correctly identifying her for the gender that she is. Oh, gosh, no, that's horrible.
That's misgendering. Because that's not what I go by.
It may not be what you go by, but it's definitely what you are, because you're a woman. I think everybody can see it.
It's called respect. We're not delusional.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Now let's hear from a flaming homo.
What did you say?
Not my words, it's his, so please don't comment. But it's good to see people from the LGB group starting to stand up against the insanity that is the woke agenda. And these people are so riddled with TDS. I'm sorry, they're not in our reality at all, because this woman, and she is a woman, she actually thinks that Trump is like a wolf looking to eat gay people or something. I don't know. She's crazy. Let's take a look.
is not a queer. I'm a flaming homo. Tell me where I can't be a flaming homo in America.
You can do
can't.
whatever you
So
want,
many
you
states.
want.
Thank you.
But here's the point. I don't want to associate with you personally, and you got to be okay with that.
But you know what's okay in America? Exactly what you
That's
just
great.
said.
But like, what's this all about? Why you got to make it bigger than what it is?
Because
That's
of
fucking
exactly-
weird, though. That's
Why can't you be
weird.
friends with a Trump supporter?
Are you serious? Why can't I be? Why can't a fucking man be friends with a wolf?
Why?
Cause you're food. You're food.
For who?
For Trump. Enjoy.
She's crazy.
I'm really oppressed and I really need a safe space. Are you my safe space?
I am a safe space.
Okay, for a Trump supporter?
No, not for a Trump supporter. Because that doesn't make any sense.
So there is only two genders. We're
That's
agreeing.
what they say. No.
Oh, no.
No, because you know what? I don't agree with two genders anyway in life.
What do you agree with?
I agree that people should identify however the they want to identify.
And I'm the propagandized one. I know, I do. Listen, I respect you as the day is long. You know who else respects you? President Trump. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What is the president that came into office to decriminalize homosexuality? Can you have that answer? I know, take a sip, take a sec. Ready?
So-
Say it with me. Ready?
What?
President Trump. Do you know the first president that came into office approving a gay marriage? Ready? Say it with me. President Trump. Do you know the first president that had two really high up cabinet members in his cabinet? Ready? Say it with me. President Trump.
Who were gay?
Who are gay.
If that's what you feel like.
I don't. No, so you're propagandized. I'm just spitting facts at you.
Yeah.
Scott Bessent and Richard Grenell, really great people, okay? They're in the Trump administration. One of them was in the Trump administration. This is happening on a real basis, but you came up and you said that President Trump just hates everybody.
Listen, if you feed into Trump and Trump propaganda,
I feed into a lot, but I don't feed into propaganda.
you are feeding into propaganda.
Like
more
what?
more than you understand.
Like, explain it to me.
Okay. So, do you feel like you can't wear makeup as a man?
Oh.
In
so we're trying
Ohio.
to do, in Ohio. So what about Philly? I can do that?
Yeah.
If you're new here, welcome to the Dave Show. And if this feels like your kind of daily therapy, hit subscribe. Come hang out with us. We're here Monday through Friday. All right, let's get on with the rest of the show. It's refreshing to see people starting to say enough of the pronoun stuff already. Can we please just get back to that thing called English, the way it's supposed to be used? Take a look.
Good afternoon to you, Shivani.
Good afternoon, Julia. You know my pronouns are they, them. How are you doing?
Yeah. Thank you for telling me your pronouns. I use correct grammar, so the only thing I would need to refer you to is to your face would be you. But I'm not being rude. You can choose your pronouns. You can choose what you want to call yourself, but you don't get to require me to use incorrect grammar and factually incorrect things. You're not a plural. You're a one person, and you're a female person. So I will use she and her. Thank you very much.
Do what you like, I guess.
Well, there you are. You didn't need to tell me then, did you?
Maybe I'm just making sure people know in case they're watching and they want to refer to me respectfully.
Is it disrespectful for me to use correct factual grammar?
It's not incorrect or unfactual grammar to use singular they them pronouns for an individual. But we're here to talk about the cast review.
Yeah, but you chose to bring it up.
You chose to use the incorrect pronouns for me.
I chose to use the correct pronouns for a single woman who is appearing on my show.
And as the country is settling back into normality, normal people are saying, stop. Just stop already. Please. Enough.
Stop calling me a cis woman. I'm a straight woman. Don't know why you had to make up another thing for that. Stop calling me a birthing person. I'm a mom. Stop making shit weird. Stop saying that I'm chest feeding is breastfeeding, okay? If you can actually breastfeed a baby, then you're a woman and you're breastfeeding. Stop saying everything white people do is racist. You're making yourself a victim and keeping racism actually going by yourself. Stop telling women that we don't understand womanhood and that we don't have the proper or most beautiful understanding of it and that trans people do. That's fucked up. Stop saying that trans women, which are guys, by the way, are more women than women are. You're a guy, That's fucked up. I'm so, like, violently sick at the thought of the world right now because you guys are mentally ill as fuck. Like, yeah, I might be slightly crazy, but you're fucked up. And stop saying I'm transphobic. That would mean I have a phobia, a fear. I'm not scared of you. I just don't like the shit you guys say anymore. You guys are disagreeable as hell. You're insane. And I really genuinely want you guys to realize that you saying you care about women's rights and then single-handedly trying to take away all of women's rights and everything that real women are makes you the most against women's rights people on the planet. I hope you get that. Oh, and one last thing. Stop demanding that everyone have respect for you. I don't care. That's stupid. Stop demanding everyone call you what you want to be called because you're playing an imaginary game. If you're a dude, you're a dude. If you're a chick, you're a chick. Stop demanding everyone play your game. It's so ridiculous. Go ahead and blow up my comments too. I have the most I don't give a fuck attitude about this shit anymore because if you disagree, you are just outing yourself as mentally insane. I don't care.
This pushback is real, included the notion of white guilt. And remember, you should never, ever, ever, ever be ashamed of your skin.
So first and foremost on the agenda, and I want you to open your ears and really listen to me when I say this. I will never, ever, 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 ever apologize or be ashamed of the skin that I was born into. And next thing, I don't owe nobody jack shit because I'm white. Moving on to the next thing on the agenda. I will never apologize or be ashamed of being a Christian. I proclaim Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. He is the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. He is the creator of all. I will never bend the knee to a false god or a false prophet. Next thing, I will never apologize or be ashamed of being a biological woman. I will never apologize or be ashamed of carrying both of my children in my body and giving birth to them. And the word that is used is a mother. Mother. There is no other word. I am mother because I gave life to those two children. Also, I will never be ashamed or apologize for being married to a biological male. To a man who is a provider and a protector of his family like God instructed him to be. And lastly, I will never apologize or be ashamed of being an American, being proud of my country, standing 10 toes down behind the men and women who sacrificed their lives so I could live freely in my country. And to anyone that watched my video and agreed with everything that I said, now is the time to stand up and be loud. The time of standing on the sidelines or staying in your lane or trying to keep the peace, that is gone. This is no longer a party thing. This is good versus evil. And it is our duty to stand up and look at that evil dead in its eyes and let it know that we are not intimidated. We will not bow and we will not break. We are going to stand 10 toes down on our morals, our values, and our principles and what we want our country to be.
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Today's show is sponsored by two people. The first one is at Capricorn Queen X. Thank you very much, Capricorn, and sorry for the late acknowledgement. The second person is at Melissa Sullivan 5899. Thank you very much, Melissa and Capricorn. I appreciate your support, and I hope you're both having a great day.
Listen, I don't think I'm asking for too much here. I just literally want to deport everyone who comes to America and then refuses to speak English.
That seems kind of reasonable.
I live in New Hampshire. I am very tired of leaving my house and being surrounded by brown people speaking a language that is not English. I really don't think I'm asking too much. They need to go home. I don't think I'm better than them. I want them to live a long and happy life in their country where they can speak the native tongue of their land.
Yeah.
But I want them to leave here. And if they're not going to come here and learn English, they need to go back home.
I don't know if you've noticed, as of late, there is an influx of Mogadishu people in my comment section. And guess what? I'm not going to let off the neck of a Somalian, because if I see a Somalian, 9 times out of 10, you are connected to fraud. You're in Canada, you're in the UK, you're predominantly in Minneapolis. And what's happening in Minneapolis right now? A bunch of scamming. You guys come to this country, try to demean Black Americans like we aren't intelligent, like we aren't smart. Listen, we don't get international funding like you do. We don't get to claim asylum and refugee and get money and get people to help us fill out our applications because we can't speak English in our fucking dirty hijabs. We don't get to do that. Black people have had to work. We are a huge part of American culture. Little do you know. You better thank us. I just know when I'm young, when I'm trying to enjoy my cornflakes and watch Flintstones, I'm being interrupted by an infomercial because we got to save y'all fucking broke, poor, I can't eat ass with some rice bags. You think I'm going to argue on the internet with the fucking people who sit on shit? You sit on shit. You sit on cow dung. You lay on cow dung as beds. You guys want the Black American experience to be your experience so bad. I swear to God, I thought my whole life a pirate was Disney. When I saw who a real pirate was, oh my God. You guys swear up and down you're smarter than Americans. That's a fucking lie. Okay? You come here and you own what? A halal fucking market? I want y'all to go look right now and tell me the predominant career of a Somalian in the U.S. I'll wait. Tell me what it is. Tell me what it is. You want us to correlate to your experience of a pirate boat, but that's not the truth. 4 million enslaved Africans primarily went where? They didn't come to the U.S. They went to Brazil. They went to the Caribbean. Y'all ain't got no kind of funk for them. How come no one talks about that? That's where majority of the slaves went. 300 to 350,000 enslaved Africans only came to the U.S. That's not even half. That's not even half. There were Black people on this land. They didn't call them Black then. Those are indigenous people who intermarried with natives for fucking years before the Atlantic slave trade. You think you're going to come in our country and be broke and stinky and we're not going to talk shit and you're going to think you're going to take money from us? Be dirty if you want to.
Isn't it funny how everyone hates on white people, yet everyone around the world wants to move to historically white countries? In 1960, this country was nearly 90% white, English-speaking, Western, safe. Now, it's unrecognizable. If I were to go to Mexico, India, China, and demand that they adopt my European values and flood their country with people like me, I'd be called a colonialist and a racist. But if you do it in America, it's diversity and progress. They get to have little India, Chinatown, Hispanic enclaves, Muslim neighborhoods with women in burqas, yet if I say I want a neighborhood like the America I grew up in, away from the ghetto, away from the foreigners, apparently I'm creating an ethno-state. And hundreds of thousands are flooding into this country every year that don't share our language, culture, or values, and they don't want to. They're not being forced to assimilate, and they cost us billions of dollars in welfare, social services, crime every single year, and the politicians, I mean, they don't care. They're the ones importing these people. The media doesn't care. They're the ones hyping them up and saying it's immoral to not want these people to make your country unrecognizable. I'm sick of pretending this double standard is fair or that I have to be okay with watching an invasion of the country my ancestors built. I want the country back that my grandparents had. The only way forward is denaturalization of Islamists, deport every illegal alien, don't let these people run for office, of course, don't let them vote, and make a path so that the people who hate this country and disrespect our values have a way that we can get them out of here. No more apologies, no more replacement, and no more kowtowing to people who want to see your country unrecognizable.
We actually still have a law on the books called the Communist Control Act. Go on. Even naturalized U.S. citizens, if they are communists, if they carry out communist political activity, they could be denaturalized and deported on those grounds. The president should invoke the Communist Control Act and just denaturalize him, send him back to Uganda, and then it's over. Right?
Yeah,
do it. Like that really is what should happen. Not just with him, but like all his voters.
Get out! Get out! Get the hell out of here!
Now let's take a look at that beautiful lib logic when it's applied to voter ID, and yes, it is going to be that retarded.
Marxist Mamdani is requiring IDs for his government-run groceries. Obama requires IDs for his presidential library. The DNC requires IDs for its events. But requiring IDs to vote is somehow racist? And protecting the sanctity of the ballot is somehow sexist? Give me a break.
Hi, can I see your ID? Of course. Perfect, you're all set for the Democratic campaign meet and greet. I'm gonna need your ID to open this bank account. Here you go. Can I see your ID to order a drink? Yep, we just need to check your ID for the city-run grocery store. Oh, for sure. Thank you so much for volunteering to shovel snow today. We're just gonna need to see that ID. It's my pleasure. I'm so confused. You needed to show your ID to go to the campaign rally, the bank, to drink, to shovel snow, and to eat at a grocery store. But you can't use one to vote. No, because showing your ID to vote is racist and not everyone has access to an ID. Is there a manual I'm missing? Because from where I'm standing, the one thing that determines who runs the government seems to have fewer ID requirements than ordering a beer. You're just being racist. Oh, but this isn't?
How are you going to keep people from taking advantage of that, that deal, basically? And is there going to be a limit on the number of items that someone can take that are discounted at that level from that essential basket?
So our RFP makes very clear that this is a program for New Yorkers to be able to put food on the table, not a program for people to be able to make a quick buck through reselling. I'm going to pass it over to our EDC head, JPAC, to add some additional details.
Yes, if you look at our RFP for the operator, we are looking to make sure that we target New Yorkers, whether it be at the library card-esque thing, or library card-esque thing, and also we manage who's buying, and that is focused on everyday New Yorkers. So,
hey everybody, I'm building a new little explainer channel called Dosh Day, where we answer seemingly simple questions like, why is the sky blue and not purple? Yeah, well, it's weirdly fun, and it helps the new channel a ton if you'd go watch one. And hey, look, if you like it, please subscribe. All right, let's get back to the rest of the show. And up next is a nice AI clip about President Trump and President, I keep calling him President Vance. It's Vice President J.D. Vance, and they are completely trolling Mamdani when it comes to this whole voter ID hypocrisy. It's funny. Take a look.
Hi, what would you like today?
Hi, can I get a double cheeseburger and a large fry?
Sure, I'll need your ID, please.
Sorry, I left it at home, but I'm the mayor of New York City.
Sir, anyone can say that.
Everyone knows who I am.
Recognition isn't verification.
This is absurd for a burger.
No ID, no food.
Hurry up, you fat ass!
Look, I've been coming here for years.
Then you'll have no trouble producing documentation.
What's taking so long?
This is ridiculous. I have been coming here for 11 years. I am the mayor of New York, and you will not sell me a $6 ID.
These Democrats really do think they're better than the average person, and let's take a look and see exactly how they see themselves. Yeah, that's, I think that's pretty accurate. So smug. Just smelling their own farts up there on the balcony, while the rest of us are just scrounging for scraps, and they wouldn't have it any other way. Did you know that some people are now saying that Mamdani did not win the election to become mayor of New York City? Upon further inspection of the ballots, they found hundreds of thousands of ballots that were fraudulent. So apparently, and I know you might want to sit down for this one, but apparently the Democrats cheated.
Son of a bitch!
In an election. Oh my gosh. Who would have thunk? Pretty much everybody on the right.
Yeah, so there are now 3 different credible sources with 3 different data sets, all converging and reaching the conclusion that there is no way to say that Mamdani won, that there has to be an investigation, there has to be a new election. This election cannot be considered valid. So Marley Hornick of Real America Vote and New York Citizens Audit, she's an election integrity expert. She has found in her research and her organization's research of the voting rolls, 1 million of 2.2 million voters, she's found, having reviewed 1 million votes, that 7% were non-existent people. They were fake people. 6% had fake social security numbers, and 10% did not live in New York. And this amounts to more than the margin of victory. So you can't, as she put it very scrupulously in an interview she did with Sid Rosenberg, she can't say that Mamdani won because there's no evidence that he won. This correlates with the vast numbers of problematic or invalid ballots that I've found in my research that I've been, as you know, screaming about, and thank you for giving me a platform. 100,000 plus blank ballots on the Board of Elections website in the primary, this much vaunted primary. And again, in some of those precincts or districts, that's 1 in 10 votes is blank. There's even more shocking information in that race. The number of, there are Xeroxed ballots mixed in with actual ballots from 3 different districts, confirmed. Printouts of digital ballots are being mixed in with real ballots. And the number of Xeroxed ballots in that race is enough to change the outcome of that race.
Now, I know what you're thinking. There's no way that there could be that many fraudulent ballots in the elections in New York City without anybody noticing. Well, it's because they totally allowed it. Take a look.
So we're preparing right now for the second location. I'm going to walk in and ask if I can vouch for 8 other people, including the decoy that we're going to bring in that is also in a full thobe and hijab.
What is required?
Just you're already pre-registered, so nothing else. Just you'll sign something and we'll get your phone number.
And then she vote?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we need ID?
Nope.
No ID needed? Her ID? She does not need ID?
Nope.
I have also 7 other people who I live with. Can they not registered?
If you live with them, you can vouch for them. You can vouch for up to 8 people.
And no ID for any?
Nope. But after 8 people, you can't vouch anymore today.
Okay. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, election day is over.
Okay. And what if some of them do not live with me?
If you know them personally and you know that they live in this precinct,
in the area,
it needs to be this precinct.
They do.
So make sure it's the same precinct, not just the neighborhood, but there's specific boundaries.
And no ID, I vote communist.
Correct.
No ID.
Right.
Okay. And she vote today. And 7 others.
And 7 others, yeah.
Vote today, no ID.
Right.
And finally, my friends, we need to remember to be kind to one another. And when you receive kindness, pay it forward to the next person, because you never know what kind of a positive impact you might be having in the life of that person. Take a look.
I work at Starbucks part-time. This morning I was loud and proud and peppy, and a woman came in. I could tell she was kind of struggling, and I was like, a little extra pep in our step today. We got to get her smiling. A couple minutes later, and she gave my manager a note. It says, I travel a lot for work. That usually means late nights and very early mornings. I've been here for 2 days, and so far you have been the only person I have encountered that has been genuinely kind. I'm sure you are exhausted because life, right? That's all of us, but you deserve to know you made a difference in someone's day today just by being kind. I hope you have the very best day. I know I will, thanks to you. Treat yourself to something nice. I can tell you deserve it. Maybe just not coffee, haha. Sincerely, the groggy woman at 5 a.m. Do good in this world, and it will always come back to you. If you are that lady. This is my first Mother's Day without my mom. She passed in GR. And so I decided that I was going to buy the urn that I have been looking at and bring my mom home for Mother's Day, and I have no idea how I was going to afford it. The $200 you put in that note today allows me to spend Mother's Day with my mom. Thank you for the impact that you made on my life. And I hope that you see this and know that you did something that I will never forget.
It really is wonderful to see that God blesses people through the actions of others. And I think we should all pray that we can be an instrument in his hands. Well, that's all the time I have, my friends. Thank you for spending some of your time with me. I do appreciate it. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, slap that bell so you're always notified. And until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.